Hey everybody, welcome to the Wednesday vlog. Today I am joined with none other than Craig Cunningham. All right, if that wasn't introduction enough, Craig, please go ahead and tell the people who you are and what do you do for Duotone.
Hey guys, it's Craig Cunningham here from Duotone Kiteboarding for another one of these off-the-hook video vlogs. For you guys who don't know me, I'm an international team rider for Duotone for a long time, and now the international team manager. I'm from Canada and living here in beautiful Portugal now. We're on quarantine, but we're just out for a little dog walk. And
All right, man. Looks like you have a buddy joining you. That's awesome. He looks like he's having a lot of fun just chilling there. Let's go ahead to the first question. What gear do you ride and why do you choose that particular gear?
Most of the time I'm riding the Vegas kites and on the 5-line setting with the click bar. And that's my basic freestyle and park setup. As far as foiling goes, I'm really into the Neos, the Monos, and basically whatever hydrofoil I have lying around. For me, it's just all fun on the water and learning lots every session. And then I've been riding the Pro Fish out here a little bit as well, because it's like steps from the front of our place. And I've been really enjoying kite surfing, believe it or not.
Awesome. Good gear choices. I am definitely also fond of the Neo for the foiling and also the Mono, and definitely love the Pro Fish. So this thing has been my favorite here in Huntington Beach, here in Southern California. So solid gear choices. I'm right there with you on all of those. So speaking of Portugal, you recently made that move. What made you move all the way across the world, and what made you choose that spot, and what's the kiting like there?
So Portugal's been rad. I didn't really fully know what to expect when I made the move over here. I just knew that I'd been here on vacation a few times, had an ankle injury over the last 2 years, and had just been spending a lot more time surfing. That in turn with taking the team manager job at Duotone just meant that I was having to spend a lot of time chatting with the guys back in Germany and working remotely, but with a 9-hour time difference living in Hood just didn't really make so much sense. So it was just ticking a lot of boxes. I could surf every day. I could still kite a lot. There's some really good lagoons here. Christoph Tack is one of my next door neighbors. And so there's a good little crew around. And then just being on the same time zone as the guys back in Germany made a lot of sense. And it's like 6 months later now and I'm absolutely loving it. I loved Hood River, but growing up in Canada, I was quite over the cold weather, hence already the move to the west coast from the Great Lakes, and then, this just made a lot of sense.
Looks like a great spot to be living, and just a smart choice overall, so you're not having to wake up in the middle of the night to make those phone calls to be on that other time, so I can't wait to make my way out there and visit. It looks beautiful, and I bet the kiting is just superb. Mentioning your ankle injury, can you tell us a bit about the recovery process and what that's done for your riding, and if that's changed any bit of your style at all?
It was definitely a bummer, and it's definitely taken a lot longer than I ever expected to fully recover. I mean, I still wake up and I'm pretty stiff for the first few minutes of the day, but after that I'm pretty good to go. And it just was a lot of physio and a lot of time to really just take care about the whole situation, because ankles, as you guys probably know, are the one part of your body that just takes forever to recover because of all the little small ligaments and bones and muscles, and it's kind of been a process, but it also just allowed me to focus on a lot of other things, and it's been good. It's opened up a lot of other doors and probably busier more than ever now, and more motivated to kiteboard more than ever as well. Hey, Morris? Well, for sure it's changed my style. Well, actually I shouldn't say style, but the discipline that I'm doing a lot. And I have, I wouldn't say it's necessarily changed my style, but it's for sure changed the disciplines that I'm doing more often. Finding myself kite surfing and foiling a bunch. But as far as my style goes, I wouldn't say that's changed at all as far as how I ride in the park or freestyling when I get motivated still for it. But yeah, definitely, I think that's one thing maybe as well with just getting older. It's always fun to learn new things and excel at something again. And riding in the park or freestyling, I just need to be all hyped up and super motivated, good conditions to really get in the Huckett zone. Whereas foiling, I pretty much watch the Duotone Academy app or something for like an intermediate rider and just go out and learn new stuff every session. So that's been sick.
Well, it is interesting that the injury has opened up the other facets of the sport and has kind of had you dive in a bit to other things and looking to go through that learning process all over again. I've told my students before and with many other people that no matter where you're at in your riding, such as yourself or whoever it may be, that you might want to go and check out things like the Duotone Academy app and learn new parts of the sport and just be super stoked on the learning process and figuring out new things. So that's pretty awesome to see that the injury has grown into something that can be productive for yourself and get you out there still stoked on the sport and stoked to get back on the water even more. I know you're a proud Canadian. Can you tell us about some kite spots in Canada that people aren't too familiar with?
I am a proud Canadian. I have maple syrup in my coffee every morning. And if you're putting honey or just regular sugar in your coffee, you need to try that because that's the good shit for sure. But yeah, as far as kite spots in Canada, there's two really, really good spots and a bunch of pretty mediocre spots. There's Squamish, which has really good flat water kiteboarding, and then there's Magdalen Islands on the far east coast that not many people know about, but we did a video, I think it was called Rough, from there years ago, and it's super beautiful, super remote, the friendliest locals you're ever going to meet, and just whatever you want for kiteboarding, because it's all a bunch of little islands that all have these bridges interconnecting them, and depending on if it's blowing from the southwest or northeast or whatever, you have plenty of flat water spots on tap, tons of little ponds, and then you have all the like ocean spots, left foot forward waves, right foot forward waves, really whatever you want, side on, side off. There's just so many spots, it's insane. So yeah, check out the Magdalens. You'll be kiting by yourself or with just a few other people.
Craig, that sounds like an amazing spot. I remember watching the video when that came out. If you've not seen that video that he's referring to, I'll be sure to link it below and definitely give it a watch. It's pretty sick. The conditions just look epic. So final question, Craig, what other activities outside of kiteboarding do you do?
Well, Morrison, we do so many activities, don't we? We skateboard a lot, we surf almost every day, mountain bike a lot, not as much as when I lived in Hood. That's the one thing that I'm missing a bit. Snowboarded a lot when I was a kid, but I don't really miss the snow. Yeah, I mean, play all the team sports and stuff. If my friends are out playing hockey or basketball or whatever. Really, I just like to try to stay active. I mean, taking this guy for a walk is like a little bit of activity, but for sure I'm looking to stand sideways sometime almost every day. And of course, yeah, kiting and all the different facets of the sport that offers. Even buggying. I saw someone buggying out here the other day and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Gotta get myself a buggy.
Well, it sounds like you're a super active person with whatever you can get your hands on or get your feet on. It's always good to be getting out and just doing something. I'm right there with you, whether it's, like you said, skating. I grew up in the snow as well back in Ohio. I don't miss it either. I will go and snowboard if I have the opportunity, but I'm not really going and looking forward anymore. It looks like that's why we both moved to a place where we don't have to see the snow if we don't want to see it. Craig, with all the craziness going on in the world, what can you let people know that you have going on with your life, or maybe give some people some advice of how to deal with all this craziness?
Check up to what's going on in your local area, what's going on in your country. You know, follow the guidelines, follow the precautions. I'm pretty left-wing, and I'm kind of always the sort of person who's like telling people to, you know, think twice about what the government tells you, and, you know, just, you know, make up your own mind. But right now we just kind of all have to shut up and listen and stay indoors as much as you can. We're going right back now for the rest of the day inside, back to some work on the computer and some Netflix. So yeah, I guess that's all I can promote right now is just, yeah, stay safe and stay sane, and yeah, if you're good, that's great, but just make sure that the old people around you have what they need, and yeah, just make sure to phone your friends, because I was surprised some of my friends are already going through a pretty rough time, jobs, financially, with families and stuff, so ring up your mates, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Totally agree, man. It is a time now to be smart, to be healthy, and to keep us all safe. So definitely everyone stay inside and just enjoy this time with your loved ones. As I said, give your friends a call. I know I've been FaceTiming with friends and enjoying reaching out to people I haven't spoken with in a while, just to kind of see how they're doing. And yeah, making these videos for you guys so that way when you're inside, you have something to do. So hopefully you appreciate these videos. Craig, thank you so much again. Really appreciate you sending the videos over and taking the time to do this. It was just awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys. Always check into Off the Hook Kiteboarding for all your needs if you're in Cali, for sure. And yeah, hit the boys up for all the needs as far as where the sessions are at. I'm pretty sure they've got a new blog that's gonna like give you a daily update of where the best conditions are and where you're gonna want to be shredding if you're in that zone. So yeah, cheers from Portugal, and hopefully see you soon. Yes, we're going home.
Craig, go ahead and get that guy back home, and hopefully we'll be seeing you soon as well. Thank you again for being a part of the show. I really appreciate it. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and there's going to be some more pro rider interviews coming up that I have in the pipeline, and I'm very excited about a few of them. If you have any riders that you'd like to see, please leave a comment down below who you'd like us to talk to next. Other than that, everyone have a great rest of your day, and happy kiting, everyone.
Hey everybody, Chip Ripperson here. If you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. That way you'll be notified every time we post new videos like this one. And if you want to see more videos that are already on the channel, be sure to click right here for more of our pro rider interviews, gear reviews, and more vlog posts. Happy kiting, everybody. You!